very excited about today's show.
Everyone remembers my special guest today as the meticulous Felix Unger on television's The Odd Couple. That show had an unforgettable run for 5 years on the network, and it still grabs huge audiences on local stations all over the country. The show was so successful that advertisers were quick to jump on the bandwagon for this one-time-only Odd Couple reunion.
Take your feet off the table. Now, here's your bag of Eagle potato chips. Here's my bag of Eagle potato chips. Now, we're going to open them. Not like an animal. Watch me. I open it easily. I remove one chip. Now, I taste it. Mmm. Mmm. The quintessence of taste and crunchiness. Go ahead.
But that non-stop bickering between Oscar Madison and Felix Unger was not the beginning of Tony Randall's illustrious career. He has starred opposite such leading ladies as Doris Day, Kim Novak, Debbie Reynolds, and Marilyn Monroe. Not to mention his other Odd Couple performance opposite a ferocious lion in Fluffy. Then there was the publicity hype that surrounded the screwball romantic comedy Lover Come Back.
Lover Come Back? Who could ever leave a flock like this? Rock Hudson and Doris Day co-star with Tony Randall in the picture, but only Tony is in line for the fringe benefits here today.
And now Tony Randall is the star of the smash Broadway hit M. Butterfly.
This is the moment that redeems her years of waiting. With Suzuki's help, they cover the room with flowers.
Please welcome Tony Randall.
Sit down. Nice hat. My goodness, what an audience. Wonderful.
I know.
Wonderful. Wow.
I know, they are great.
Great.
You like talk shows, right?
Yes, I like girls.
Can
Other
we...
talk shows have old ladies. You have girls.
Can we be friends even if I don't know anything about the opera?
Why not?
You sure? I've heard you say you
It's
couldn't
your
be...
loss.
Okay. I've heard you say you couldn't be close to anyone who didn't understand it, and I have to admit
You
that
heard?
I don't. Yeah.
No, that's not true.
No?
No.
Okay, you have some friends who aren't into this.
Oh, yes. It's an addiction.
I know.
Yeah.
I understand that. I feel that way about some things, trains and men and sometimes Broadway, but I thought we would start by talking about women. You said you liked women.
Yes, I do.
Okay. And I'm going to shoot some names at you, and you're going to react. Doris Day.
Great actress.
Really?
Yes, you'd be astonished. Yes. Yes. Great talent. Enormous talent. Unrealized. The films that she did, and they were certainly successful, only tapped 30% of her capacities. She could have been one of the great actresses.
You're talking great actress, like
Yeah,
Shakespeare, great actress?
Well, depending on how you train, but she could have done anything. Enormous talent.
And what happened?
Well, she wasn't, she was never, I don't think she was ever aware of it herself.
Did her looks interfere with being taken seriously?
She never started out to be an actress. She was a band singer. Yeah. And then she was taken to Hollywood as a singer. And she did musicals, and then they began to give her this role and that role. But she, whatever they gave her, she could do. And she didn't know it herself. She just did it. It was just remarkable.
Is there such a thing as a natural?
Oh, yes.
Born that way?
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
Who else? Born that way?
George C. Scott.
Yes. Doesn't need training.
Everybody needs training. Everybody needs training. But there are people who have such extraordinary abilities that they don't seem to need training, but you do.
Who else?
Very few others. No. Can't think of anybody else.
Okay, Marilyn Monroe.
Gorgeous.
Just that?
That's all. No, she had no talent.
No talent?
Well, she had one molecule of talent. She wasn't very talented, no. No. Not in my opinion.
Sad?
If you worked with her, you didn't feel so sad for her.
Bitchy?
No, not bitchy. Not, certainly not. But, you get tired of being on the set from 8 in the morning, waiting for her to show up at 5 in the afternoon.
Selfish or scared?
Scared.
Scared.
Scared,
You
yeah.
made a movie with her.
Mm-hmm. She was scared. That's sad, I suppose. But,
Yes.
your compassion runs out when it's every day you're sitting there, just sitting there.
Kim Novak.
Lovely person.
Debbie Reynolds.
Why? Live wire, yes, yes. Debbie's full of beans, I like that, yeah. Yes, energy. Vitality is everything. That inner vitality. Let's go. That feeling, yeah.
Is television a waste of time? Most of it.
I think it's a drug, and it's a very bad one. I think it's very bad for the country, very bad for people, very bad for children. I think it's very, very bad for our education. When you read of the fact that hundreds of thousands of people can't read, college students can barely read, it's because of television.
Why?
Because they look at television when they're children instead of at books.
Would they look at books if they didn't have
I
television?
did. If there'd been television, I'd have sat there like this. But instead, I sat reading a book. And children should sit with books. Children have to educate themselves. And when they look at television, their minds stop. And that's what children do today.
Is there any way to reverse that trend?
Throw out the TV.
Not limit it, throw it out?
No, shouldn't
Baby
be.
with the bathwater.
No. Children shouldn't look at it at all because they get hooked.
What about extremely important events, news events, things like that? Can't you just turn it on and watch what you're doing and limit it and program it?
You asked me. I said no.
The whole thing goes? Every bit of it goes?
That's not going to happen. But you can you can hear news on the radio, or you can even read it in your newspaper.
You're very immoderate.
That's the way I am.
What's a snob?
You tell me.
Are you a snob?
No.
You're not a snob.
No. A snob, I presume, is someone who thinks he's socially better than others.
Or intellectually?
Oh, but there are people who are intellectually better than others.
Are you intellectually better than others?
No.
Yes, you are.
No.
Yes, you are.
To some, yes. Not to everyone.
To a lot of people, you're brighter. Yep.
But I'm not a snob about it.
Many times you play roles in which you are a snob.
And many times I play roles where I'm not a snob.
I don't
It's a dumb
remember.
question.
It's not. It's a very bright question.
No. It's a dumb question and it's a stupid subject.
No, it isn't. It's a very bright
It's beneath
question.
me.
But it's not beneath me.
Yes, it is.
No, it
Yes,
isn't.
it is.
Those
You
are
should
the
have
kind
more
of questions
You should
I
have more
ask.
respect for yourself than that.
Then to ask people if they're snobs,
That's
you get
right.
very interesting answers.
Well.
Sometimes.
Yes, you just got a good one from me, all right.